Folks, today I want to talk about why I use front wide speakers versus Atmos. So, as many of you know, Atmos is an object based 3D audio codec from Dolby Labs. It is a variant of the Dolby True HD codec. The other competitor is DTS. They have the DTS X. But for this conversation, I want to talk about the wide speakers and why I went with those versus adding Atmos. So I have an 11.1 channel processor, means 11 channels for surround, and then the dot one would be for the LFE. But in terms of speaker layout, it's an 11.2, meaning I can add 2 subwoofers to my system. My current configuration, as you folks have seen in my home theater tour, is, as far as the speaker layout, it would be a 9.6, or I would even say it's a 11.6 because I'm using 2 surrounds. The .6 is the dual stack subwoofers. And then for my wides, I'm using these two Martin Logans, the Dynamo 15s. So I decided to go with wides versus adding Atmos. Is with my processor, if I add wides, I'm limited to only being able to add front heights. All right, so meaning I can just add the front heights here, just in front of the speakers and TV and the screen. So if I add wides, I can't add no more than the front wides. Even though the processor technically has 13 channels, it will only allow you to use 11 at any given time. So basically, I would be maxed out if I decided to use Atmos at 7.2.4. But when I add wides, it eliminates 2 of the height channels. So I'm basically limited to 9.2.2. And the reason why I decided to go with wides is the front wides, from my understanding, with the object-based mixes, it doesn't utilize the front heights. So to me, it's pointless to add front heights and drilling holes in my ceiling just to add speakers that aren't really being utilized when the studios mix the audio. And to me, the wides are more beneficial in terms of the bed layer being where most of the mix is done anyway. I could get the maximize my benefits by adding the wides. And what do I mean by that? So my impression of the wides is this: it ties in the surround speakers, so like the front and the rear surround speakers, it ties it in as far as surround sound. It also gives a wider sound stage as well. That's what I've noticed. It widens out the sound stage, and then it actually extends, kind of give a better cohesion to the surround mix in terms of special effects, going, say, for example, from rear to the front mix. You kind of get that cohesion without that hollowness when the sound is panning from back to front. So those are the reasons why I went with wides, because I believe it's a bigger benefit in my setup, and it's also because I'm limited with my speaker option in terms of the combination of speakers I can utilize. All right. So that's pretty much what I wanted to discuss today. I would love to hear, what folks are doing in terms of their speaker layout, and if their processor or receivers are limited like mine is. At some point, if I do decide to upgrade, I think it might resolve my issue in terms of, being able to add wides as well as multiple height channels. I really do like what the wide speakers do for my system, and it sounds more cinematic and adds another level of immersion. So that's really what I wanted to talk about today with this video. Please leave me a comment and subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate your support, and thank you as always. Bye.